Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio February 18, 2025. You tend to stick with familiar faces and places today, as the moon spends the day in your solar house. If domestic demands interfere with your personal plans or feelings of independence, there can be some friction, but this can also be a time of creative inspiration. There can be a difference in opinion with someone that hangs in your aura, however. Still, it's a good time to check your facts and get caught up. Draw upon your ability to take it as it comes and forgive and forget. Also today, you begin a cycle for discovering a lot about your inner motivations and psychology. You can reach meaningful conclusions and get to a place of better self-understanding during this period that lasts until January. It's also a time for straightening out problems in close relationships related to confusing power dynamics, possessiveness, or ownership matters. Your relationship with yourself or a partner can grow. Look up to the sky. In intense parts of space, other celestial objects are dancing just for you. While the luminaries, the sun and the moon and the planets, provide the greatest insight into humanity's collective shifts, the asteroids also bring us essential information. Pallas, the asteroid that helps us to balance the masculine and the feminine and also ties to wisdom and courage, will dance into the zodiac sign of the water bearer today, the air sign Aquarius. You will be encouraged to embrace social connection, community, and humanitarian concerns. Try as you may, you could feel like you do not do anything right. Your stress levels will rise as the moon in Libra squares Mars retrograde in your sign and oppose Chiron in Aries. The intense cosmic energy will heighten your aggravations, fears, and stress. You may feel like you are being pulled in different directions between work and home. Since you cannot please everyone, you may pick and choose your battles wisely. Focus on whatever matters the most to know, and know that you may end up disappointing someone. The words you use today could have great impact. Be honest and clear within yourself before you try to communicate. Clear your mind by meditation or yoga, running, or spending some time organizing a messy desk. If you feel someone does not understand you, be the first to apologize for any miscommunication. You may feel that someone appears to misunderstand you on purpose. Keep your cool and just restate your feelings. Try to navigate yourself so you avoid conflict today. Is it time for you to upgrade some of your skills? If so, the essence of this day is likely to get you going. With the constant change in the work arena, staying on top of technological advances and new techniques is essential for continued success. Don't be surprised if you find you feel a sense of devotion to increasing your knowledge. Check out what's available and get yourself enrolled. You're sure to enjoy this. At the same time that Mercury is settling into his first full day in your sector of adventure, travel, learning and discovery, the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, has reached her last weekend in a playful and creative part of your chart. It is over the weekend that this is once again putting the focus on the playful, creative and adventurous side of life's fence, but with Juno set to retrograde back to spend another 6 months here and both 4 planets in your sector of adventure, travel, learning and discovery set to do the same over the coming months, this is anything but fleeting. It is just as the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, has reached her last weekend in your romantic sector. Mercury is settling into his first full day in an adventurous part of your chart. With the sun returning in 2 days as well, and with Venus, the planet of love, having already moved through, bringing the spirit of romance and adventure together, will make it easier to make these final days count. Our eyes in the sky. The moon in Libra forms a tense square with Mars retrograde in Cancer, stirring emotions that may feel like waves crashing against the shore, strong, unpredictable, and hard to control. This planetary alignment has the potential to bring moments of frustration, miscommunication, and impulsive reactions. Have you ever felt like you were holding something in for too long, only for it to come spilling out in a way you didn't intend? This transit can bring exactly that kind of emotional release, but not always in the most graceful way. Either you or someone around you might act out of character, responding with words or actions that stem from buried frustrations. If this happens, remember that while emotions can rise suddenly, they don't have to define the course of your relationships. On a social level, your presence is in high demand. People naturally gravitate toward you, seeking advice, reassurance, or simply the warmth of your company. Your ability to listen and respond with genuine care is something that others deeply appreciate. Have you ever had a moment where a friend told you that just talking to you made their day better? That kind of energy is flowing strongly now, making it an excellent time to strengthen connections. Whether it's old friendships growing deeper or new relationships forming, this is a period where meaningful bonds can flourish. You might even cross paths with someone who leaves a lasting impact, perhaps someone who changes your perspective, opens a door to new opportunities, or even, for some, the possibility of love. If past tensions still linger in any of your relationships, this is an opportunity to heal. Carrying the weight of unresolved issues can be exhausting, and sometimes, letting go of past grievances is the most freeing thing you can do. Have you ever held on to a misunderstanding for too long, only to later realize it wasn't worth the distance it created? If there's room for reconciliation, consider extending that olive branch. Every relationship has its ups and downs, but growth comes from learning how to move through challenges with understanding and grace. However, this energy can also make decision-making feel unpredictable. You may find yourself tempted to say yes to things that excite you in the moment, without fully thinking them through. Have you ever made an impulsive choice that seemed thrilling at first but later felt overwhelming? While embracing spontaneity can bring joy, it's also important to stay grounded. Be mindful of commitments, whether personal or professional, because not everyone can adjust to sudden changes as easily as you might. Instead of letting emotions dictate your choices, take a deep breath and ask yourself whether what you're saying yes to aligns with your bigger picture. If things don't go as expected, avoid falling into the trap of blame. It's easy to look for someone or something to hold responsible when things don't go smoothly, but blame only leads to more division. Have you ever had a situation that seemed like a setback at first, but later turned out to be exactly what you needed? Sometimes, challenges are just redirections in disguise. Instead of reacting with frustration, try shifting your perspective. What lessons can you take from the experience? How can you use this moment as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block? Financially, this is a favorable time, as your instincts for making beneficial decisions are particularly strong. Whether negotiating a business deal, discussing a raise, or considering a financial investment, your ability to assess situations with clarity is heightened. Have you ever trusted your gut on a financial decision and later realized it was the best move you could have made? That kind of intuitive wisdom is guiding you now, helping you navigate financial matters with confidence. However, while opportunities are opening up, it's important to stay realistic. Avoid taking unnecessary risks or setting expectations too high. If you remain strategic and patient, you'll find that things fall into place naturally. If you have any lingering financial matters that need attention, now is the time to address them. There's a good chance they'll resolve in your favor. As the day unfolds, reflect on how you are choosing to navigate the energy around you. Are you allowing frustration to dictate your actions, or are you taking control of your responses? Are you opening yourself up to meaningful connections, or are you letting pride or past wounds create unnecessary barriers? Every experience, whether smooth or challenging, carries an opportunity for growth. The universe is not bringing chaos to disrupt your path, but rather, to help you realign with your truth. Embrace the lessons, stay open to new perspectives, and trust that balance is always within your reach. What you put out into the world will return to you, so move forward with mindfulness, kindness, and confidence in the unfolding journey ahead.